And you've got to be able to get it out. You've got to belt it out. It's coming from the bottom up.
That's the whole thing. It's projection.
Yeah.
Don't remember that in 1730 there was no microphones.
Right.
So consequently, everything had to be chest tones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So therefore, even the countertenors would sound like sopranos. They had a project their voice, and it's the way you project the voice. It doesn't have. You have to have a loud, strong voice. You can project the voice.
That's great. So you don't have to have a loud, strong voice.
No, I can let you project. I can get you to sing.
Yeah, that's right.
You see, I can see the way you're sitting there now. I would ask you to stand up.
I need to work on my posture.
And right in here, the chest tones.
Right.
And you're like, oh.
Try. It's too early. That's right. My coffee. I didn't have to finish it this one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Ooh.
Very good.
We'll do that another time. But the exciting thing is, John, there's a tenor, as you said, baritone. Is that bass?
You got baritone and bass.
Okay.
And bass. But they're also, you have a bass baritones.
Oh, wow.
And that's the bass baritone was George London. If you listen to a recording of George London or Leonard Warren, terrific voices, very sweet voices, very mellow, and very modulated voices. They have a sweetness to them. The tenors, you know Pavarotti, you've heard of Pavarotti, Domingo and Carreras,
right,
and so forth and so on. And Bocelli. Bocelli can't do opera, by the way.
Is that
Bocelli
right?
does a lot of romantic romanzas, but it's very difficult.
Andre Bocelli, yes.
Yeah, I heard him.
romanza.
I heard him try to do. I think he was doing Rigoletto, I think. So, but he didn't.
He's very popular, though. It's been a good help to kick off, as you say, a resurgence in opera.
Well, Greg, it's physical. It takes a lot out of you to do an opera for 3 hours. It drains you, completely drains you, and they have to be in very, very good shape. I mean, you just don't go singing.
Yeah.
There is nerves that are involved. The lights, the blaring lights, the costumes.
A lot of makeup.
You got to remember your songs. You got to list the prompter is there, the music, the conductor. I remember me doing a song with Rena Telly in the Brooklyn Academy of Music. We were doing the tenor soprano aria from La Traviata, di quell'amor che palpita. And we thought we were singing good, and we were carrying on and so forth. And on the stage of the Brooklyn Academy of Music, there are dead spots. So consequently, you can't hear the music.
No.
You can only see the conductor.
Oh, come on. You mean dead spots? Mean you literally couldn't hear what's going on?
No, you couldn't hear the orchestra. There's dead spots there. The stage is big, so it's a dead spot. So we're singing this song, and we thought we're good. And there was maybe about 600 people in the audience and what have you. And Maestro was playing around Ferreira, and I seen Ferreira. He didn't have a happy face. We were doing great. I thought it was terrific.
Right.
Yeah, I thought Rena and I were doing great. After it was over, we got booed. Boo.
No way.
Boo. Shocking. And Ferreira said, "You know why they booed you? No, because you were off pitch."
Oh wow.
And I was 2 bars ahead of you.
Oh no.
I said, "Rena, were you early?" I said, "No, I couldn't hear it. Did you?" I was following you, and I said, "I was following you." So that's what happens. So if you don't really get to see the conductor and the music, and of course we didn't have the luxury of having a prompter there to tell us if we were off or not off, or how far off we were and so forth. We didn't know, but I deserved it. I probably was terrible. And unbeknownst to us. It's just like someone cracking. I remember Kurt Baum, again, the opera was Aida, right? He was a tenor at the time. Kurt Baum singing Celesti Aida. He cracked at the last B note. He cracked. It must be a terrible feeling when you crack. You get all that people, thousands of people listening in the audience. And probably it was on OR at that time also, cracking maybe another hundreds of thousands of people. That's really terrible.
Golly, that would be tough.
So
probably pretty intimidating to be up on stage. Are you uncomfortable in crowds, or you do great in crowds?
There's a lot of nerves. You don't know whether or not you're going to hit that note correctly, and you have to prepare for it and so forth. And there's a lot of people, before they go on stage, they vomit. They got so much nerve.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, a lot of artists vomit.
Male and female, both sides, yeah. Right.
And the males they shake like this before they go on.
Really?
They shake themselves.
Don't hit that at the camera, that's right.
They're getting themselves ready, so they're shaking up. They're getting prepared. They're doing the facial exercise, all that stuff, and preparing themselves for singing.
Yeah.
So that they do. But I'll tell you something. When you deal with prima donnas like sopranos. They're the worst kind.
Oh, no.
So
there's some prima donnas on the male side as well. Yeah.
Are the worst. Oh, it's too cold. I don't like that chorus singer over there. Why is he frowning?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Please, give us a break. Things of that nature. What I found here in Myrtle Beach, we have a great number of people that have migrated here from New York, and that have been in the arts and in music and opera.
Yes, yes.
And I'm trying to get them back interested here so that we could get some of these young talents right in our high schools, in our college, like Coastal
Carolina University, of course.
They have vocal kids there.
Yeah.
They give them a break.
And there are a ton of local musicians as well who'd probably be thrilled to learn about opera, John.
Well, I was sitting in your purple room out there. I call it the purple room.
It is very, here at Financial Insights, very
the purple room
yeah.
out there, talking to some of the people. I was mentioning to them that we have a talent here, and these youngsters have no place to go. To show off their talents, and what we want to do at the Grand Strand Opera is to promote them, to give them a chance, as well as to introduce some of the people that are here.
Yes.
A lot of retirees that are here.
Now, of course, this is a small vehicle to get that out, to get the word out. But do you remember, and I hate to put you on the spot, if there's a good way to learn more about it, if a viewer was to, and I don't think I don't expect a lot of folks to be calling, John. Would you feel comfortable giving a phone number, or is there a phone number that you can
I'll
give?
Give you the phone number, but actually, we have Rita Martino, who teaches opera.
Okay.
And I think she teaches over at Georgetown Tech. But she's also willing to help educate the people that want to know about opera.
Absolutely, and I took away all your notes, so we probably took away the phone number. That's right.
I thought maybe a nice prop would be nice, but however, being that you punished me and took it away,
that's right.
Let's leave it there. We can always do it another time.
We will put it up on the screen. No, we'll get it up. We'll get it up throughout. We'll just do it at the end of the year.
455-5549. That's Jackie Heron's number.
Okay.
Again, the telephone number 843-455-5549. And for me, if you want to call me,
sure.
My number, you remember my number, don't you?
839. Fancy. 385.
385-3963.
Well, that's the number we're going to promote during the interview because, of course, I'm sorry we didn't promote it earlier. But the exciting thing is that we got one out and we can surely make it happen. Thanks for giving that to us before we started. There's so many questions, John. I wanted to think about how you were able to tackle so many jobs. We haven't even gotten into any of the many things you've done. Your 3 years as a radio announcer every Saturday night. Share with viewers. We got a couple of minutes.
What happened was when I was in high school, I also worked for Brooklyn Broadcasting Company. I was on Court Street, 66 Court Street, and I was.
Is that in Myrtle Beach? Yeah, I'm kidding. You said Brooklyn.
I was born in Brooklyn.
Right. Yes.
14th Street by midwife. In fact, a midwife spelled my name wrong.
No.
Yeah.
J-O-N or J-O-H?
No. She left the E out of Bonsignor.
Well, there is an E in Bonsignor.
Yeah. She left it out.
Oh, right.
And so 3 days later, my aunt says, Hannah, your son's name's spelled wrong.
Oh, no.
She said, what's C? Oh, yes. Oh, God.
Leave it alone.
So we had to change it. No, it's changed something on that. So everybody's saying, oh, why did you want to be Italian or French? Why did you put the... I don't want to go through that story. So, and there's a lot of Bonsignores in Brooklyn, in New York. There are loads. In fact, everybody confuses me with them.
Oh, no, yeah.
There's about 15 John Bonsignors in New York City. And they come out here, too.
As you say, a lot of folks
and my brother's right down the road. He's in Wilmington.
Really?
Yeah, he works in that Hollywood studio with
Screen Gems. That's fantastic.
He started with De Laurentiis when De Laurentiis first came here.
That's your brother. How many brothers and sisters do you have, John? 4. 4. Any girls in there?
None.
All
my father was very disappointed. He said, "No, another boy." Oh,
yeah, that's right. Normally, guys have gals. It's punishment. Yeah.
No, that's what
God is punishing them. But as the father of a daughter, I'd like to think it's the other way around.
You have a beautiful daughter.
You know it. That's right. Emma Claire is amazing. Yes.
Just like you, handsome like you.
And you got you talked about one son, Brian. Any other?
I have John and another John, and I have a daughter, Regina.
Is that right? Yeah.
And I have 8 grandchildren.
Wow, John.
One. What do you call it? Grandchildren and then
great-grandchildren. That's right. It is early. I'm sorry, John. And speaking of that, I hate to say we have run out of time. 24 minutes have blown right by. Yeah, we haven't talked about your 3-year stint as a radio talk show host in the Philippines. We haven't highlighted
DZMB, ZZRH, and I sang also with the Philharmonic on the Elizalde in the Philippines.
We have missed.
And we had Helen Traubel singing there as well.
Wow.
She sang. But anyway, I want to thank you very much for all you've done for us at the opera. And
yes.
You're making some great inroads for us, and you're getting the people to appreciate it somewhat.
Yes.
Opera. And if they want to know more, I'm sure you're going to have on the
get
screen.
That phone number up. Absolutely. John.
385-3963. 385-3963.
This is the first time I've reached my hand out. I love it. I love it. Thank you, John.
You're a great guy.
Stay tuned to more Carolina People. John Bonsignor coming up next. For 3 years in the Philippines, think about that. Saturday nights from 7 to 11:30. He wasn't John Bonsignor. He was the shuffling Sandman. You're going to start calling him that. You know, it's exciting. I always hate running out of time with guests, but there's just so much more to them that you got to take the time to get in touch with him to learn more about him. We didn't get to talk to John about had he ever sung a full-length opera or what even his favorite opera was. We ran out of time. You can learn what those are by giving him a call. It's 385-3963. That's area code 843-385-3963. We also didn't get to talk to John about his service as vice chairman of SCORE, as vice president of Save Our Cats, or as president of the South Strand Republican Club. There's a lot in those big R's there. South Strand Republican Club, John Bonsignor. Take the time to give him a call, but most importantly, if you've got an interest in opera, learn more about the Grand Strand Opera Club with John Bonsignor. Area code 843-385-3963.